The Google Gang Podcast.
Don't give me a go.
That is a desperate cry for help.
Yeah. Usually it's more of a scream, but...
Have you had a girlfriend?
Yeah, I've had a few girlfriends, and now I've been single for 7 years.
7 years?
7 years.
Why? Why do you think that is? Is it by choice?
I'm calling by choice. So, when my last girlfriend, back in the old 2012, that's sad, isn't it? When she broke up with me.
This is really sad.
Then just got like really. It's just been a case of me like, okay, well, this has got that didn't happen very long, and then.
How long were you with her for?
About 4 months.
Okay, so 4 month girlfriend. She broke up with you because you're a terrible guy.
No, not because I'm a terrible guy.
Oh. Do you want to say why she broke up with you? This is such a sad way to start, but I feel like it's necessary.
She just didn't feel she had any feelings for me, and that, like,
I feel like
that's worse, isn't it? Like, I wish I was a bad guy, because then at least it's like, oh, I've got that bad boy reputation. Whereas now it's just like, you're so fucking pathetic.
You're such a pathetic oxygen thief, and I hate you.
No, it wasn't that. It was just like, she didn't feel like she wanted to be in a relationship and stuff like that.
That is absolutely fine.
And yeah, I mean, she's doing well now. She's been in a relationship for quite a while, and still single, ladies.
That's good. Well, look, are you on the dating apps? Do you get into the dating apps?
I've downloaded them all. It's become like a Pokemon game for me. Like, I've got them all now. And
what are they all? Can you list them off to me? Because I'm not really experienced with the dating apps.
So obviously the main one's Tinder.
Right.
Then you've got Happen.
Okay.
Right.
Making it happen.
So Happen goes with location. So if people you've been in a certain radius around and everything, it'll go like, this person was near you. They may like you. They don't. And so then you've got OkCupid, Plenty of Fish, Bumble, Badoo, Hinge, Huggle. At this point and everything, it's just like, oh.
Have you tried Jigsaw?
I don't think I can get it.
Oh, you're on Android.
I'm on Android now.
Oh, you're not on iPhone.
Yeah.
That's sad. Well, look, when it comes out, you can add it to the ever-growing list of dating apps that no one wants you on.
Let's be honest, I'm still going to be single at that point.
Well, Jigtalk might be the answer for you, because Jigtalk has a puzzle over your face, so no one can see the terrible mess that is your head. And it's all about...
Much like this podcast.
Yeah, well, and it's all about your personality. And I think you have a great personality, and I feel like you could win people over, and by the time they figure out what you look like, they already love you. Catfish.
Catfish?
Catfishing.
I'm catfish, but I am me, so...
I've got her by the Ganges, a river in India.
Yeah. I think my issue is, I think that I'm average looking, but the real honesty is that I'm the kind of guy that wouldn't look out of place at Salford Shopping Centre.
I think you look stunning.
Right, cheers, man. I mean, I'm not into men, but
I feel like at this point,
to be honest, at this point, I'm not into women because I literally have not been into her. So you know what I mean. It's been a nice ride and everything. I mean, I worked at a McDonald's for 4.5 years, so like, I'm not being funny, but if you ever work in a McDonald's and work so low and everything in your life and go like, yeah, who's gonna date somebody who works here other than the kind of people that work here?
Yeah.
So it's
and
kind
those
of
aren't
like,
the type of people you want to date.
I don't want to work with the people that I'm with. Jesus Christ.
That is rough. I did make that mistake once. I had relations with a young lady who I worked with. It didn't end well in the fact that I drove her home one evening. She asked me to come inside and have sex with her, and I said no because I wasn't really feeling it, because she'd been quite horrible in the car ride home. She'd said like some pretty choice things. She was intoxicated. She then refused to get out of my car basically, and then I had to almost like trick her into like being like, yeah, I'm coming inside, I will stay, and then I tried to figure out an exit strategy to get out of her house, which ended with her like attacking me in a way when I tried to leave, which was awkward. She behaved in a disgusting manner, and then I had to see her. That was the Friday. I had to see her then again on the Monday. So I wouldn't advise it. I wouldn't advise going around with people that you work with.
Well, I dated somebody who worked at a different McDonald's because I got sent over there to help out at that store. And so I dated this person, and then a new store opened.
Yeah.
And I got moved to that new store, and she did as well. And that was the last person that I dated, and I was just like, oh.
Were you exes by the time the store move happened?
So, I mean, if you consider like the first date, and that's
oh like, right, okay.
So like we liked each other at work and everything, like
okay. But then
really
she
got
realised
along,
outside
chemistry
of work
and everything, and then it was just like
when you weren't a crew trainer, she wasn't interested.
I never made it to crew trainer. They should be on the overnights. They kept on going like, Adam, we're going to make you crew trainer and everything. You can get that 20 pence extra as if it means something on minimum wage. Fucking means fuck all.
What is the wage at McDonald's? I thought it was
minimum wage.
What is that?
So now it'll be £7.81 or something. Whereas when I was working there, it was like, when I started working there, you're talking about £6.40, something
That's
like that.
So bad.
Like, the minimum wage is ridiculous. But it's fine.
we're so far into this podcast without actually saying who you are. It's Adam John Thompson.
It is
Manchester's finest stand-up comedian and graphic designer.
Right, well,
a lot of titles there.
Thank you for those lies. I always like a good lie.
It's maybe why you're still single.
Oh no, I don't lie about that. I'm really honest about who I am. That's what's going wrong.
Women don't like liars. I've found.
No, and then I think more like you working there for 4.5 years, and like I gained a load of weight. And it wasn't because of the food, it was because I wasn't sleeping much. I was doing like 6 to 10 hour overnights a week, and I was like having about between 8 and 12 hours a week
of sleep.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So I was like, and like I'd go in completely pale and everything, and they'd be like, Adam, you don't look very well. And I was like, can you stay on? So that's what it'd be like, and it's like, but
it's a bit of a hard slog.
Yeah, it wasn't a fun experience, and I managed to go like and get here to Manchester, stay on my mate's spare room for 8 months, a lot longer than he expected. I didn't realise that I'd been getting taxed way too fucking much. I mean, I don't know who they thought I was, but I'm definitely not a fucking millionaire. Why on earth were you taking like £300 a month, you bastard?
Really? So did you get that money back?
I did, yeah.
Oh, right. So
all in one go.
Is that what prompted the move to Manchester, the escape from the East?
Escape from McDonald's. So the problem with Hull is it's got the highest unemployment rate in the country, and still does. So it's like
at least it's the best at something.
If I went out of McDonald's, I was like going for the jobs in McDonald's, but the jobs would go like that, just so quick. But then other jobs which were available were all part-time, so I couldn't even afford rent if I wanted to do that.
Yeah.
To move
is
out
it because
of it.
there's too many people and not enough work, or is it just the way the city's structured? Because I've never been to Hull, so why do you think the unemployment...
Hull's only just been developed in the last few years.
Okay.
For the City of Culture status.
Right.
So, whereas beforehand, like, big businesses weren't really going into it and developing it, like, the government really hasn't put a lot of money into Hull since, like, the 1940s.
Is it you that does the joke being like, art students go to Hull to find themselves? Is that your joke? Who said that?
I don't know. I've not heard that one.
Oh, it's funny as if being like someone else from Hull, and I don't know many people.
The only thing
Hull.
I can suggest is if they're going there to find themselves, they'll find themselves lost. That's it. Like, no, I really like Hull's art and music culture. There's 2 festivals that happen each year that are really, really good, and like it's a good experience for anybody to go to. Really, it's got such a
what
crazy
are the music festivals?
Energy. So Humber Street Sesh, which happens in August, and Freedom Festival, which happens in September, right at the beginning.
And what type of music festivals are they? Are they like rock music or like
lots and lots of different styles of bands and everything? You got hip hop stages. You've got this dance troupes and got going around. You've got everything just going on and that. You've got rock bands. You've got everything. It's just all the local culture and that. But it's really good.
So you've said now that Hull has become like a cultural hub.
So Hull's got good things in it, and I like visiting Hull now.
Yeah.
So, because my days off in Hull were me feeling like shit after an overnight.
Yeah.
But going like, I need to do something with my day because this is my only chance in the week to use my money.
Yeah.
So it's like not another day of just binge eating Chris and watching fucking every single episode of Supernatural in one sitting. So like,
I'm really struggling to understand how you...
I think binge watching is a really funny thing because people go like, oh, it's really impressive that I got through all of Game of Thrones in a week and a half. And whereas I go like, were you depressed too?
Yeah.
Because I got through a lot of fucking TV shows, each with 22 episodes in a season. You fucking pussies with Game of Thrones at 10. Right. But it's a weird one, like, when you like that, you just end up like eating shit and everything, like it fucks you over, like, because I'm not being funny, I was pretty fat and that, and like I understand why women wouldn't want me going near me, never mind date me. Like, but no, like I'm on a massive like cleanse of my body and that at the moment.
You look good now.
Yeah, I've lost so much weight.
So have I. Have you seen the photos of me when I was really fat?
I haven't actually.
Oh really? It's on my Instagram if you want. You can show me yours. I'm interested to see your.
You show me yours. I'll show you mine. Yeah.
We're just going to look at some photos now, ladies and gentlemen, of Adam when he really let himself go. Imagine a man who's fat, and that's basically what he looks like.
Any man.
Yeah, any
Ed Balls at this rate.
You use your imagination.
I've already got this accent, it can't get any worse.
Do you like your accent?
Not really. I've got used to it.
Yeah.
But like, Jesus Christ, I've also got a really nasally voice.
I think you're very easy to understand though,
compared to the rest of Hull, yeah.
Yeah, like compared to other people that I've met from Hull and also other people I've met in England.
That's March 2016.
Oh wow, that's like a completely different person. You look terrible.
So, but I'll show you what I looked like before McDonald's.
Jeez.
And it's just ridiculous. That's before McDonald's, a month before McDonald's.
Oh my gosh, so McDonald's really broke you.
It just destroyed me. Like that's what I looked like.
Oh,
and
you're actually quite cute there.
Yeah.
And then you just let yourself go. I feel like you need to.
At that point, I still wasn't getting the girls. So
yeah.
I mean.
Who needs the girls though? In other news, you know what I mean?
Me, I've been selling you single.
They'll only ever slow you down. There's me.
Bloody hell, man! Can I just say, like, well done, mate.
Since then, I've lost 60 kilos. I was 24 and a half stone, mate. I was a absolute unit.
I think it's incredible when after you've lost weight and everything, though, like how much better you feel about yourself. Like that was like the best thing. Like I moved to Manchester and with like a few months of just being in Manchester and not working in a McDonald's and that, having constant sleep. I mean, I wasn't working.
McDonald's is getting a lot of cash for comment today. Like they're getting a lot of mentions, and I have not seen a dime from McDonald's. So slate them as much as you like.
That's because they've kept it. Fucking hell. Like, yeah, no, I wouldn't recommend McDonald's to anybody.
Not even your worst enemy.
No.
So how did you?
I wish death upon them. So it's like they don't get to go through that torture.
So how did you find your way to comedy?
So I've been into comedy since a young age, and like when I was in college, I watched a lot of sketch shows, and I wrote my own sketches, and then me and my friends would record sketches, and they're not. They're literal shit, and they were on YouTube. I think they still are on YouTube.
What are they called if people want to find them? I feel like there's some
If people want to find them,
they will.
If you don't like comedy and you like that kind of immaturity of like, imagine the Mighty Boosh on a budget, but also trying to be 2009 scene YouTube sketch. If that makes sense.
And
like,
it's somewhere
a lot
close
of
to
it's
that.
like smoshy kind of shit. Like, so that's the level-headed melons.
Yeah. The level-headed melons.
Or you can type onto my friend's channel, Zuhane, which is Zuhane. And yeah, it's pretty fucking horrific. Like, some of the sketches are terrible. Like, there's one called Killer Boots, and it's about this guy buys some shoes, and these shoes have essentially a serial killer. We're ripping that episode of The Simpsons off with the wig, is it? Like, that snake's wig, and it's a Halloween one, and it, like, yeah.
So basically, you didn't even write your own sketches.
It was
you
weird.
Just redid other people's ideas.
We just
words.
wrote loads of puns in it and everything, like shujitsu and like shit like that, and just did this horrible sketch that lasts about fucking 6 minutes, and it's so drawn out and that, and it's like, I could rewrite each of those sketches and actually make them funny, but I also wish not to.
Yeah.
So
I've chosen to spend my time in different ways.
I genuinely, I love doing them because they were really stupid, and we made a fake indie band called. We had to come up with the most generic name, and you got to think this is 2009, so most generic name that we could come up with was Harry and the Seagulls.
It's Harry and the Seagulls.
Harry and the Seagulls. We thought, you can't get any more basic bitch than that.
Yeah,
and that could be a real band. You never know, do you? So
I hope it is.
What we did is, our friend was in a band called the Broniers, which is named after the Bronwar Swamp by Led Zeppelin, but they can't pronounce it, so they call themselves the Broniers. And it was just like, what why? Right. But they had their MySpace, because that's how fucking old it is.
Yeah,
but they had their
2009.
MySpace, and they had it like set up, with those backgrounds, the whole HTML code and all that bullshit. So what happened is, I copied that and then crudely put our faces over the images and everything on our own MySpace and that, but it's all really badly done,
So you
and
ripped
everything
off
in the
a shit
HTML
band.
code. Yeah, they weren't great.
Oh my god!
And
you've had a hard
but
life.
we put posters around the college as if there was an actual tour for the 42nd of February. The 42nd, guys.
Save the date.
It'll never happen ever. Right. So yeah, we did a lot of messing about with that, but that band, our first song that we wrote for that was called Indie Girl, and it's like, she has a face and she exists, she goes into MySpace and goes to parties, and then it gets really horrible in a sense, because it goes, she's anorexic, which I think's cool, and when she breathes, her diaphragm moves up and down like most people and stuff. They're the lyrics, they're actual lyrics that we wrote. Like, it was purposely supposed to be
What was going through your
horrific.
head?
It was supposed to be like, let's just literally just take the piss out of indie music that was coming out at the time. Like, 'cause some of it was utter garbage and that, and people would be playing.
And you just wanted to contribute to the garbage.
We were at that point in everything where at college there was at least one person inside the fucking canteen with a guitar and a white t-shirt playing Hey There Fucking Delilah. Which, as far as concerned, now is like the most horrible song in the world, because
I love Hey There Delilah. It's a beautiful song.
Right, Hey There Delilah was alright after its first 50 plays. When you've heard that song 700 times, it's just like,
I don't think I've heard it
ask
enough.
for this. Like, sometimes at McDonald's it would play and like, oh, for fuck's sake, fuck off already. I hate this song at this point now. I don't think it's a bad song, it's just that amount of repetition, it destroys a song. I mean, Jenny's Don't Stop Believing got completely trashed when that came out again. What was that for? That was the shitty Fame remake, wasn't it?
Well, I thought it was on Glee. Glee,
Was it
Don't
Glee?
Stop Believing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was their big song.
Oh fucking hell.
was beautiful. It was a beautiful time. So how did you find stand-up comedy? Is that only something that you started doing since you got to Manchester?
Yes. I've been wanting to do stand-up comedy for a while. I used to write loads of jokes on purpose just to piss off my friends, so they'd be really, really bad jokes. Like the kind of jokes where I still do it at work and that, but I don't think I'll do it in my new job. I think I'll avoid the really bad puns. I do it on purpose. I feel that if you tell a really bad joke every single day, right, to your colleagues, you know that you're killing them slightly by 0.001%, but it's great. They really, really don't like the fact that they say, "Oh, I'm tired," and all this, and I'm going, "Hi, tired, I'm Adam," and that, just purposely, because I know it's pissing them off. It's not anything else. It's not like I'm going, "This is a great joke." No point, is it? So I used to do really, really lame jokes, and like just to make people sigh and just feel a little bit dead inside.
So now your stand-up jokes, where do you draw inspiration from?
Right, so I don't know. I'd probably say one of the biggest inspirations for me is actually Bo Burnham.
Yeah.
So the reason for that is how Bo Burnham takes things. Like, he's very different to other comedians, and like he does lots of jokes which wouldn't work usually, but he puts lots of emphasis on them.
Yeah. I'd never heard of Bo Burnham until about a month ago when Hazel showed me his special, and
which
she
one?
Loves him. I can't remember what it's called. It's the one that's on Netflix.
There's two of them on there. So
he was at a piano doing songs, but I feel like he does that on
all that. So there's Make Happy, which was his latest one. That was really funny. He does a Texas song. What?
Yeah.
And he comes on with this nice
he had a poem book as well. He had a book of poems.
So I mean, that's kind of, he did that poet comedy, but it was like short and simple, and that's why I do like that.
Yeah.
Is because I was like, I can write this shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I do that in my set, and they work, so I get the laughs from them.
Yeah.
And everything, the rest of it. Yeah. I know. Like, I did a gig on Tuesday at Belly Laugh, and it went really well.
You did really well. I heard
loads
that
of
you did
people.
really well.
Like, I mean, people like Ash came up to me and said, like, "You were really good." Like, and it was my fourth gig, and like I went in there with a shirt on, and I just felt actually confident. Whereas the previous time I wore this old shirt from when I was fatter, and like I didn't have any confidence at all. Like, I was like going and that. So
that's the thing that I've noticed with you, because when you first performed and I saw you, I was like, "How long have you been doing it for?" And you're like, "That was my like second or third gig."
Yeah, it was the second gig. Yeah.
And I was like, I can't believe that, like the way. But your confidence off stage was so low, but when you were standing on there, you were just like owning it.
But But my problem is I'm really overcritical of myself.
Yeah, talk yourself down.
During the time and everything, there's just me on that stage going like, "Oh, you fucked it up, you dickhead.
Yeah.
You missed this out." Whereas this gig, I missed out a paragraph and a fucking half of a joke. So, and I was just like, yeah, fuck it. Like, it doesn't matter. And everything. So I've like got to the point now where it's like, yeah, this is cool, this is fine and everything. People make mistakes, it doesn't fucking matter. Just get on with it, just do something else.
See, I wasn't even there on Tuesday, but I heard your name come up as someone that did really well. I was like, "Oh, he's on the podcast this weekend." Really excited.
No, so I mean, I added a few new jokes in there and they went down very well. So I was like, yes, I chose the right jokes to put in of my new material, because yeah, some of them have been like going, this isn't worded right.
So you mentioned as well the way that you were dressed, and obviously you did mention before, once you lose weight, the amount of confidence goes up. So do you feel like after you've lost the weight, that perception that you had of yourself, now you've sort of got a physical appearance that you're happy with, coupled with an outfit that complements or fits that physical appearance, the confidence just goes through the roof, because technically when you're on stage, the audience aren't really that fussed as to what you look like in a sense of what you wear, but you actually have more confidence in your delivery based on how you perceive yourself to look.
Yeah, I don't think at any point it's like me thinking, oh, they're gonna like the stuff that I'm wearing right now. I think it's just more like for myself, like going like, if I'm wearing something that I'm not comfortable in, I'm not gonna be comfortable.
Yeah.
Whereas if I wear something like, I feel great in this, just fine.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't get in the way. Whereas it'd just be like that little bit of anxiety in my mind, like going like, fucking why did you wear this, you fucking daft cunt? Like that's about it. But yeah, I think if you wear something that you're comfortable in, that's probably the best thing to do. Don't wear something like to be perceived a certain way and everything. Like people sometimes will go in like in a suit and that like that, and I can't think of anything more uncomfortable than going to do comedy in a suit, because you're usually in a room which is going to be sweaty as fuck.
Yeah.
If you're in a suit and everything and you can't even move your arms around due to the shoulder pads, fuck that.
Yeah. See, when I used to go out, I used to like go out clubbing and that quite a lot when I was a bigger guy, and the way I would get attention in a way, or the way I would be like remembered, is I always used to wear like crazy like Hawaiian shirts, but they weren't even like traditional Hawaiian shirts. I would find the most obscure, weird Hawaiian shirts. Like I just had one and it was covered with like ferns and pink flamingos, right, on this shirt, and it was like a size like 4XL. I'd put it on and I'd just feel good, even though I didn't look good, so to speak. Like I'd look at myself, I'd feel good because I was like, this shirt's so crazy and I'm just so crazy. Everyone's going to have fun because the shirt's fun and I'm fun. And that was sort of like almost like a mask in a way. When I'd go out, I'd feel better because I was like, I'm dressing so ridiculously so people can't make fun of me for my weight or whatever, because I'm already like taking the ammunition off them because I have a shirt covered in pink flamingos. You know?
I mean, it's definitely a tactic. I don't know if it helps.
It did help. I felt better. I'd literally go out, because on like nights out, other people would wear like nice collared shirts and chinos and that, and I would never fit into any of those clothes. So I'd just wear like baggy jeans and a Hawaiian shirt.
I mean, to be honest, when I was thin like in 2009 and everything, when chinos were really coming into fashion in the UK and that, and I got some, and like, I couldn't have looked any more like a granddad if I tried. Like, it was just like, I look fucking dumb in these. Like, I had them and I wore them for about a week, and I was just like, for these are going in the bin. Fuck this shit.
Yeah.
Because like, I just don't know. Other people can pull them off, but like, they just look like old man trousers on me.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to them. Like, and I look daft in them. Like, so.
I like chinos, but I don't really pull them off. It's hard.
I can't pull them.
It's hard to pull off. I love how this has now become fashion chat with two guys that have no fashion sense. I'm in shorts and a rugby jersey,
and I'm in a band t-shirt with a cat smoking. Like,
so are you big into music? Do you like the music scene in Manchester?
So I haven't actually gone to many gigs in Manchester. I've seen a couple. I went to a few gigs earlier this year. This band here, which is We Are Scientists, and then
are they scientists?
No.
Oh, interesting. Bunch of liars they are. You just say we are liars.
That name's probably taken. I won't be surprised with the amount of shit that you see on Spotify. Like, I remember when Spotify came out, and you like look through Spotify, there was a load of random stuff on there. We've got a playlist called Complete Shit, because we found like songs that you just be like, why was this ever made? Like, it's utter garbage, nothing else.
I think
like,
now's the time to talk about Zuma. What's it called?
Zuma Puma Satsuma. So
tell me the story behind that and how you found it.
So when me and my friends were making sketches.
Every time he says sketches, he's doing air quotations, right? Just for anyone at home. Continue.
And if the sarcasm wasn't there. When we were making those sketches and that, we'd also like to do musical stuff. So one day they'd wrote this absolute dog shit song. Like, you just thought of, like, well, here's some words that rhyme completely opposite of each other, like no fucking correlation whatsoever.
Yeah.
Let's just make a really, really bad rhyme. And I mean, it's good, it's catchy as hell.
Yeah.
But at the same point, no. Like, it's funny, and like we used to play it like just to play it at college, and that like kind of just to make people ruin like the days. And
Yeah.
that, like that.
It seems to be a running theme with you. I just love ruining people's days.
It's why I'm single.
Yeah. Anytime a girl thinks she's happy, I love to make her upset.
I thought you wanted me to ruin you. Jesus.
So were you involved in the production of Zuma Puma Nice Satsuma?
Nice Satsuma, I wasn't actually. I was there slightly. It was a weird day.
It was a weird day.
And
I can imagine.
I got round there to find them just going like, oh, we're recording this song. It's going really well. And then they start like, oh, we're going to record a few more lines. And it's just like, Zuma, Puma, Nice Satsuma. And you're like, what the living fuck are you two up to?
See, for people in Australia that don't know what a Satsuma is, because I didn't know what a Satsuma was, and I actually found out from an English person when I was in Australia, do you call Satsumas mandarins as well?
So I've heard of mandarins, but I wasn't sure if mandarins was something else.
Right, okay, yeah. So
you don't know. I don't know how big the orange family is. I've never looked into the tree.
Right.
It's like...
So a Satsuma for Australian listeners is a mandarin. Puma is obviously either the cat or the cheap sports brand.
Zuma, like on a camera.
Okay, so zooming in on a cat and a nice mandarin. If we translate,
And shall we translate it and let's see if that fits into the song?
Look, to be honest with you, I feel like we're no further to understanding what the fuck is going on in that song.
It doesn't. It's one of those songs where it doesn't have to make sense, like the majority of Daft Punk songs and stuff like that. It's
so very far from Daft Punk that even putting it in the same sentence as them is almost insulting.
I don't know who I'm insulting. I love Daft Punk.
You're not insulting Daft Punk. Well, you are insulting Daft Punk.
They wear helmets, they're fine with it.
My God.
Han and Beth liked me.
Oh my gosh, he's getting dating notifications.
Dating notifications. This is as far as it gets, by the way.
Which app is this?
This one's Hinge.
This is Hinge. So explain to me Hinge, how is it different to the others?
So, you create your profile.
Yep.
And then people can like the specific thing.
Can I have a look at the girls that have liked you?
So this one liked
Okay,
me.
Beth. Oh, she looks lovely. Okay. If I click on her, do I get more? Suggest a date if you're taller than me. Oh, okay. How tall are you, Beth? Oh, we don't know. Okay. Okay, here's more of her, I assume. Okay, about me. She's 23. She's 6'3".
She's taller than me.
She's as tall as me.
I'm 6'2".
Even I couldn't go on a date with Beth.
Well, she wants somebody to be taller. I mean, I put that I'm 6'2".
She doesn't like smoking, she doesn't like weed or drugs. She goes to the University of Manchester and she wants to see as much of the world as possible. She plays netball for the University of Manchester. We'll get along if you love food as much as me. Oh, she actually looks really lovely, but the problem is you're not taller than her. How is she so tall?
And I'm tall. Right. I'm sorry, but all my friends are dwarfs compared to me.
The problem with her is that in this particular photo that I can see, it appears like she's wearing high heels next to other two. Well, if she's 6'3", they must be relatively tall girls. But 6'3" is ridiculous. That's a whole. That's me. That's hectic.
Don't get me wrong.
Maybe you
she liked me, so sod it. Why not?
You should make a joke about you being shorter than her, but you say that you have a bigger dick than her or something. You know, that's the way to get them.
I mean, her. She's 6'3", mate.
She could be rocking an absolute soldier snake down there. I'm really intrigued by Hinge. I quite like the layout of Hinge.
It's an interesting one. So I'm in my profile.
Oh yeah, let's view your profile.
Let's see my profile.
Okay. Oh.
So I've got those picked. It shows up differently,
Okay.
obviously.
Go
But
to-
it gives you these prompts, and you have to follow those prompts in order to get anything. So
Ooh.
I've gone for witty and dumb.
Interesting. So you're saying Adam's go-to karaoke song is "Shout" by Tears of Fears. I really like to let it all out. His childhood crush is Slush Puppies. That's actually amazing. And the key to my heart is figurative. What does that mean?
Figurative, like it's not actually the key to your heart.
It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So
interesting.
it's just a witty pun.
You've hidden your work. You prefer not to stay. You're agnostic. What is agnostic?
So I don't believe in religion,
Okay.
but I'm fine with people having religion. Like,
Interesting.
I don't give a fuck. It doesn't affect me.
Now, you've also said in regards to marijuana, you'd prefer not to say. Is that because you don't want people knowing that you're a massive stoner?
I'm not a massive stoner, so cheers for that, mate.
Just
But
prefer not to say. It's so weird that you
Prefer
haven't
not
picked
to
one or the other.
I just haven't clicked it. I don't know. It's a weird one, isn't it? Like
An profile is what it looks like.
like all of my profiles. No, it's a weird one. Like weed, like I don't smoke it massively.
Yeah.
Like, and the only times that I have been like kind of times to like help myself with anxiety and that.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know. Like, there's a lot of pressures about weed and that
Yeah.
in the UK and that. So
What do you think the pressures are? What do you mean?
I don't know. There's a lot of people against it and that.
Okay.
I mean,
Do you think there's a lot more people for it though? I feel like there's so many more people
yeah, but
for
they're
it here
all
than
at
there
home
is.
baked, so they're not really making a stand. So, no,
Weed
it's-
is so much more accepted in Manchester than it is
Yeah,
anywhere else in
anywhere else
the
in the
world I've
UK,
ever been.
like-
Even the world, mate. I promise you.
So-
I've not been to Amsterdam yet. I assume it's a bit more accepted there. But there's very few other places. The amount of times I just see people openly smoking joints in the street.
and the police are going by.
And the police just go like, and sometimes the police might stop and be like, "Excuse me, can you please put that out?" And the guy would be like, "Yeah, look, apologise." But
So-
nothing's ever done about it. If you lit a joint in the street in Australia, there'd be a riot, mate.
Yeah, I think like in general, like it can be a really good thing. I think some people, obviously need it like 12 times a fucking day and that
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And I think that's like that's a bit of a habit, isn't it? But like just how it like it's one of those weird things. It shouldn't be illegal considering that it's massively tamer than alcohol, and we allow binge drinking in the UK. Like
Yeah.
England's got such a bad culture for drinking, and it's just disappointing. If anything, like
Why do you think that is? Why do you think the English
I don't-
culture around like needing to have a drink is so strong?
well, I don't know what it is, because like when you think of England, it's like the generic stereotype of England is like etiquette and stuff like this.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, myself and everything, I'm not saying that I've got an etiquette and that, but like myself, I'll go out, have a couple of drinks and just enjoy myself like that. I don't need to get plastered.
Yeah.
But I think in England, lots of people drink because of the work and stuff like that. I think
You think people drink more because of the weather?
well, I don't know why at the moment.
Well,
We've actually had nice weather in the UK and
my
everything.
my thinking is
We've
is
had
that-
more people drinking.
Yeah, when the weather's nice, right, you drink more because it's nice to be outside drinking. But your only basis of it being nice drinking, because you'll also drink excessively when the weather's bad because you can't go outside and do anything. But then when the weather's good, you want to sit outside and continue drinking. It's almost like the drinking part of it. The fact that adults drink here as well is like baffling. So like in pubs in Australia and in pubs in the Netherlands, like I had a guy from the Netherlands on the podcast, adults don't go out to pubs and drink like very often. It's not as common as it is here. Whereas here, like you go out for a drink. Would you ever go out for a drink with your dad or your mum? Is that like a thing that you've done?
I've gone like meals and had a drink.
Okay,
No,
but would
but
you
not-
like go to the pub with your dad?
If if I had the opportunity using Hull, like,
Yeah.
but like I wouldn't mind like that.
But that's
kind
like
of
that's
stuff.
not a weird thing. Like if I went to the pub with my dad, everyone would be like, "What the fuck are you doing? Like this is weird."
Well,
but it's
there's
not
certain
weird
people
here.
that-
That's what I find so interesting. Is like, do your parents go out and drink together at pubs or wherever?
Yeah, my parents aren't massive drinkers, to be honest.
Okay.
Like, I don't know, that just in general, my family don't.
But parents,
drink
okay,
a lot,
so move away from your parents and think about parents you know of friends and that sort of thing, people that you know in your life. Parents will go out and drink.
I know quite a few people whose parents will go out and drink.
Yeah,
And
so do I. In England, I know a lot of people who, like, almost every night will go down to the pub for a few wines, and it's like their social circle is the people that are at the pub drinking with
pubs.
them.
Yeah, I mean, nowadays I think like people, there's a difference now with drinking, and that people that I go out when I drink, I do it to enjoy myself.
Yeah.
Whereas lots of people have this idea of I need a drink.
Yes.
I think that's a really big problem in the UK. Like, I think it is a massive issue in the UK, is the drinking aspect of it, and I think that there should be more laws in the basis of controlling alcohol, because if you compare it to any other fucking place in Europe,
Yeah.
England's got such a bad rep with its drinking, and people come here and they just see like the amount of drinking that, and it's just crazy.
The funniest thing that I found, like I went to Belgium, right? And in Belgium they have very, very strong beers and lagers. Everyone's drinking wine all the time, drinking on the street, all over. But no one is behaving the way that people like. They have access to stronger alcohol, and it's easily
they're quite
accessible.
tame and everything. They'll just have a few drinks.
It's a culture thing. It doesn't need to be like laws around less drinking. The accessibility to drinking is almost the same. You've almost put more laws in place. Like if I was to walk down the street outside with a beer in my hand, like an open beer, a policeman could stop and tell me to tip it out, but you can't just be drinking in public. But over in Europe, you can just drink on the street and it's fine, and everyone's out there drinking. But the tone of the drinking is different, and I don't know where it's come from, because I haven't lived in this country long enough. But it's like it's a weird observation that I've made. Just be like, the way they drink is so puzzling. Like
it's proper like, oh, get another one in me.
Yeah.
Get another one in me.
Yeah.
And that, whereas like, I can't drink fizzy drinks, and I usually go. I drink still cider.
Yeah.
I'll just have a couple of those. That's fine by me.
Yeah.
I only want to mellow out when I'm having a drink. I don't understand why people want to go for that. That kind of like, oh well, I'm losing grip of reality right now and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like shit. Let's keep going.
Let's keep going.
Like why? Why? It's fucking horrible. I did all that between 18 and 21, and then after that I was just like, no more of this shit. This is like, I genuinely got to the point at 21 where I was like, guys, can we just stay and have a few drinks and just play a board game or something, because I can't be arsed with that. Like it's not a lie. Like
it's how I'm getting now. Like since I've come to Manchester, I've been out on a night out in Manchester probably 3 times since I've lived here.
I'm not a club person either. I used to really like clubs and everything, but now I got to that realisation when I was about 21, going like, why the fuck have I paid an entrance fee to go into a venue with friends who are going to disappear?
Yeah.
I'm going to be running around all night trying to look for them.
Yeah.
Or queuing for fucking drinks.
Yeah. That are grossly overpriced.
I can't hear anybody.
Yeah.
Why the fuck have I paid an entrance fee? We could have gone to the pub, had a good conversation, and had a few drinks.
When did you come to that realisation?
As I say, around.
Were you in a nightclub when you realised what's the point in clubbing?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not one of these people who was like, you know, like, I'm never going drinking again.
See, I remember being off my head, absolutely off my head in this club. Well, not a club, it's like a bar that has like an upstairs area that's like a little club room called Rick's Bar, right, in Brisbane. And I was sitting there and I was so drunk I could barely walk, right? I was all over, and I was just like watching people. And I was looking around, and in my head I was just like, why do people do this? Like, why am I here? What is happening? I was looking around and I was like, nobody's having fun here. Like, everyone is having fun induced by a substance, but no one's actually really enjoying themselves.
It's such a weird. It's so weird inside clubs though, because it's just people who are messes and stuff like that. It's not actually that fun and everything. And like at one point I was teetotal for a year and a half.
What does that mean?
So it means that you don't drink.
Okay, right. So
I wasn't drinking because I was like, I can't keep putting this in my liver.
Yeah.
I'm gonna die if I keep doing this shit.
Yeah.
Like, cause I was drinking like absolutely loads and that.
Yeah. You're binge drinking because you're a young kid that's just been allowed to drink.
But you get told that that's what you fucking do by society. It's like, now you're 18, fucking have it all.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's a weird accessibility rate and everything. It's like other places would be just like, just have a few drinks and everything. Yeah. I don't know, there's a weirdness about it. Like, but I was teetotal and
how old were you at that point?
Going into clubs and that, about 22.
Okay.
I went into clubs and my God, it was just genuinely horrible.
You were in clubs sober?
You go in there, I mean, some of them have got yuzus, you know. It's so cheeky strawberry milkshake.
Yeah.
Fucking 2 o'clock in the morning. Know how to live the dream.
Because I was in a club, I did some work for Capital FM, and we had to do like a Club Capital event where we go to a nightclub at night and basically get photos of people with like Capital branding merchandise in this club, and we like do like a club takeover, and it was in Wrexham, right, which is like not a high flying part of the world. So being in a club in an area like Wrexham, completely sober, trying to get photos with people in a nightclub, it was the weirdest experience of my life, because I was like, I've never been in a club not on it. Like, I've never been to a club for work. I've never worked in bars. It just looks weird,
doesn't it?
It's so
There's
odd.
nothing else to it. It just looks weird. If you go into a club sober, it's just like, why do people do this? I can understand it when I'm drunk, but right now I'm looking at this and going like, why?
Yeah. Why are we here? What is happening?
But as I say, people drink excessively. Like, I like going for a few good drinks and that, and I, you know, like, but the kind of drinks that I have nowadays and everything, because I can't drink fizzy drinks as well, I like really specific cocktails and that, like the kind of fancy shit that you don't even know about. Like, not fucking porn star martinis and all. Sex on the beach. You don't do sex on the beach here. No, because we know how to make drinks, you know. Like, fucking hell. Like,
have you worked in a bar?
I have not worked in a bar, no.
Interesting.
My mate works in a bar,
right,
which means that I always get industry discount.
Right, that's good.
And we go to different bars and that, which are really good. Like, there's some really, really good ones in Manchester. Arcane.
Is it Albert Slosh? We're across from Great Northern.
That's a bit of a mess in there.
I quite enjoyed that when I went there, but it was like a Sunday night
but it's
at
mental.
like 9
and like, I'm surprised the staff want to work there because, like, my God, it's just going to be chaos, and they're not getting out until fucking 7 in the morning.
Yeah,
like, not a chance. But I think with if you go like to places like science and industry, which, if you've been into Cane and Grain before,
I've walked past it, but I've never been inside.
So if you go in Cane and Grain and you turn to the left, there's a wall,
mm-hmm.
and you open the wall, and it's like his hidden door and everything, and you go upstairs, and it's such like a little bluesy like room and that, but it's all really, really, really good quality drinks. Like, these are the professional bartenders, the ones that know their shit to perfection.
Yeah.
Like, dry ice, all that shit, like, and it's just so good, like, the quality of the drink, and you go like, it's expensive, but my mate's here, so it's going to be cheap for me. Like, when you're paying like £8 for a cocktail everywhere else and everything, and they're usually shit.
Yeah.
It's so much nicer to go somewhere where you're paying, I'm paying £9 with discount for something that's like on a different level completely.
Yeah.
And as I say, I'm not a drinker.
Not a massive drinker, but you can enjoy.
I like having a few drinks, but I like to actually go and enjoy a drink.
So speaking of like the drinking, the accent thing, obviously you're from England, there's no escaping that, but would you say that you're proud of the fact that you're from England?
I really don't get English pride. I'm not taking the piss out of pride, by the way, to all the LGBTQ.
No. Yeah, you're talking about
everything,
pride
but
being from England.
But yeah, no, I really don't. I don't get the British pride.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I mean, I think that's with every country and that. I mean, America's the fucking worst. Where it's like, I'm proud to be American. Why?
Yeah.
Like, I really don't grasp the concepts and everything. I don't get that whole national thing and everything. Like, at no point could I give a fuck about the English flag or anything like that. I'm from England and that, but
something
I'm just a fucking human being. Like, I was born here and everything. Why the fuck am I proud about it? I can't really be proud of a place where a government doesn't, like, we've got a government of people who come from Eton who don't give a shit about anybody else because they're all rich.
Yeah.
It's just fucking nonsense. They never have, like, what would actually work in this country and that.
Yeah.
Like, they could easily merge, like, different things and that to actually solve multiple problems in the UK. Like, we have so many abandoned buildings, we got so many homeless people, we got so much unemployment and stuff like that. All they had to do is make the unemployment and everything, instead of job seekers allowance and that, get these people working, doing community service, clean up the fucking streets and that. Right? They're in the way of a job, right? Make it mandatory so people have to attend, otherwise they don't get the money.
Yeah.
And then you're cleaning up the places and stuff like that. And then with you can have it so people can progress in those levels and get more money until the point where they get to minimum wage, which then gets people to go like, no, I'll make the move to a minimum wage job and everything. But they've got experience and skills that jobs want.
Yeah.
Jobs aren't going to hire people who have no fucking skills and everything, and I don't understand why we've got a broken system where these people are just going to go there every week. They don't need to look for jobs. Why the fuck are they going to look for jobs?
Yeah.
Don't make any sense.
Yeah. Why would they look for jobs when they can get it without looking for it, or lying about looking for jobs?
It's a bizarre thing, and you could easily make that so it all works like that, and then at the same point give them key skills in maths and English. That's all they need is key skills in maths and English. Get them on those stupid little levels and that, like that, and then they're educated. You got that, and you can also do that with the homeless people being able to work and everything and gaining money. You could solve so many problems just by changing a system that's completely broken.
So on that, are you planning on living in England for the rest of your life, or is there somewhere else where you'd like to go and live?
I'm not sure. Like, where I'd move to next.
If money wasn't a problem, you could live anywhere in the world. Where would you like to be?
I don't know. If I had a load of money, if money was not a problem, I'd just want to go do a load of trips, loads of road trips, and that, like, definitely like around America and around Australia and New Zealand, all that kind of stuff. I'd like to go. Like,
you don't want to live in those places.
But I don't know if I'd live there. I mean, I've never given a shot or anything. Like, I have no idea. And like, job wise, I work in restaurants, so
there's restaurants everywhere. Basically.
I know there's restaurants everywhere, but what is the point of moving somewhere if you're just going to move into another restaurant?
Yeah. What I found about this little trip is obviously I'm doing sort of the similar tasks to what I was doing in Australia, but although I'm doing the same things, it's so different the way I'm doing things, the people that I'm getting to interact with and all that is all completely different, and that's what keeps it exciting. Because I was doing all this stuff back in Australia, however, I just got bored with the fact it was in Australia. Now I'm doing the same stuff, but it's far more exciting because I'm doing it somewhere different. Yeah. And the way of doing things is different. That was basically the attraction. Because so many people are like, why have you come to England? Literally, you speak the same language. It's a relatively similar country. Obviously, like, most of the people in Australia and New Zealand came from England, including myself. Like, my family moved by choice from Scotland however many 100 years ago, but that was the way that it worked. But it was like, it was not too different from Australia in terms of, like, I didn't have to learn a new language or change up anything else. The industries are relatively the same. You're developed in the same way. You have streets, bridges, public transport, all that. So it wasn't that different, but it is so wildly different the way that you guys do things. Yeah. For a country that's so similar and came from the same origins.
Yeah. It is a weird one, like England in general, like its work ethic and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of the places that you're going to go in England, people are just stressed out.
Yeah.
Like, and I mean, it's quite. Yeah, I mean, that's why they want a drink.
Yeah.
And
they need a drink.
It's like, and they need a drink, and it's like you don't need a drink, guys. Just go home, sleep it off, and everything. But people need that kind of numbingness to them.
Yeah.
And I think it's kind of sad, isn't it? Really.
It is. Sometimes I look around, I'm like, man, this is a sad place, but I'm having fun. So.
I mean, I get genuinely stressed out with my job at points because it's just like, Jesus Christ, why is there no like order or anything to this and that? I mean, last night at work was horrific, and I mean horrific. Like, I'm cleaning an entire restaurant, and 20 minutes before we shut, fucking about 50 people walk into the restaurant.
What? And expect you to serve them?
No, they trashed the entire place that I'd already cleaned and everything, and I was just like...
Oh my gosh.
So I didn't get out till 1 o'clock in the morning.
Jesus. You get paid though for the time that you're there?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. As long as you're getting paid.
Yeah, but I don't want to be.
Yeah, but I mean, it would be rough if they were like, "Oh, well, you finished at 12. It's not our fault these people came in. You have to stay."
Oh no! If they did that, I'd have just walked out. I'm not getting paid for it.
Yeah, that's right. As long as you're there,
it's my rights.
Yeah, as long as you're there getting paid, that's good. So, when is your next booked comedy gig? Is it Giggle Gang?
It is Giggle Gang.
You're not on tonight though. It's next week, isn't it?
No, it's the 23rd.
23rd. Oh, I thought you were on sooner than that.
No, you put me in on the 23rd.
Who knows, mate? There's literally so many people that want to be on. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, well done, man.
Thank you. Well, it hasn't happened yet.
Really
Don't congratulate me yet. It could crash and burn, but
I am going to try and get myself on at Comics Anonymous this Thursday, because
this Thursday will be cool. I've got some new stuff. You'll like it.
Are you going?
Yeah, I'll go. I go most weeks.
Alright.
But I just haven't been the last 2 weeks because I was at a festival, and then this weekend I took a week off. Like, I haven't performed at all this week because I was organising tonight, obviously being the opening night, and I need to write some new stuff. So that's what I've been doing, is just writing and focusing. And
How are you feeling about opening your own night?
I'm feeling confident. There's a lot of things that people have said to me that have been like, oh shit, I hadn't thought of that, and then I've had to go and sort of fix it. And I think mistakes will happen tonight. There's all the things that I haven't thought of. And Dan Baines said a really beautiful thing. He was like, the way you think it's going to go in your head is not the way it's going to go. But I'm also very good at being adaptable. So however it's going, we'll solve it as and when it happens. The only thing is I feel like I may have pushed the boat out a little bit far in trying to do it by myself, in a sense. If you had a partner to do it with, then it might be a little bit easier, but I've got Hazel there to help me out, and obviously most of the people that are coming to the night are all comedians that are my friends. So if I'm like, I need you to do this and I need you to do this little job just to help make my life a little bit easier, I feel like I'll be able to sort of manage it. But I'm also such a control freak that I don't want anyone else to be involved with it. Like, I want them, but I don't want them, you know what I mean?
You need anything, man, don't worry.
I know, I appreciate that. And I assume a lot of people are going to be like that. There's like you, there's Dan, there's Sean, there's Matt Smith, there's Phil, there's Jake, there's Jamie, there's all these people that know me very, very well. And if I said, Adam, I just need you to go and grab these chairs and pull them over here, you'd be like, yeah, sure. Like, it's nothing for you, but I'm not going to be like, oh, Adam, come over, we need to meet and do the running order and all this. Like, all that sort of stuff I like to do, but, you know, that's the only thing I'm a little bit stressed about, is that I've sort of taken it all on for myself, and I was like, maybe I might not be as competent as I thought, but again, I'm going to prove to myself yay or nay tonight. And again, we've got the next month booked anyway, so it has to happen for the next month.
I mean, well done on that. That is some strong booking as well.
Yeah, it's good. We've got some good people coming. So Giggle Gang Comedy Night, in conjunction with the Giggle Gang podcast, is at Binary Bar Sundays at 8 p.m. every single motherfucking week, kids. We've got a great lineup for you. Openers, 10-minute opener, 10-minute closer, and 5-minute open spots in between. Everyone can come. Bring your best shit. It's Sunday night. It's after the football. It's the end of the week. Drink specials, food specials are amazing, and it's going to be a great little room. I say all of this without actually having been there and done the night yet, but I just feel like it's going to be a great room. You know, I've got a good feeling. And you'll see it tonight, Adam.
I'm looking forward to it.
Beautiful. Well, look, thank you so much for coming on the show. Next episode, we're going to have another Adam, the crazy homeless scouser, Adam Hughes, directly off a car trip from Hull to Leeds. He was supposed to get all the way to Manchester, didn't quite make it. So He's currently sleeping in my bed at the moment, trying to recover from last night. He did a gig in Hull. We'll ask him how it goes when he comes on. Have you done any gigs in Hull?
No, so I mean, I've done the 4 gigs now.
Oh, right.
And my aim is now to, when I go back down to Hull, I know quite a few of the comedians there anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try
and
get
Jed Salisbury and Billy?
Yeah, I do know Jed. I don't know Billy.
Billy, I can't remember his last name, but yeah, Jed and Billy.
I know Jed. So
Jed and Billy are going to come to my night. And
so,
you went to college with Jed.
Yeah.
Did you see his obesity thing on BBC Three, the TV show he did?
No.
Oh, it's very funny. Well, it's not funny. He's basically nude and obese, but it is funny in the way that Jed makes things funny.
Jed does make everything.
He's owning it. We love you, Jed.
I can't believe he was in Manchester on Monday and I'm on the fucking close.
I saw him. I went to see him because I was getting a bus from Shoot Hill at 9 p.m. So I went to go and see him just before, just to have a chat. We had a lovely little time together. He signed on to do my gig. He's probably going to do the podcast as well.
So you signed on to your gig, what week?
October 21st, I think.
October 21st.
So, yeah, it's a little while away now, but that's how far in advance I got to book them, mate. People need dem spots. But look, thank you, Adam, for coming on. And thank you again, I wanted to say, for designing the logo for this podcast and for the comedy night as well. You did a fantastic job. I really appreciate it.
Completely fine by me. Thank you very much for having me.
Absolute legend. Well, look, be good to yourselves. Say hi to your sister and take care.
I have a dog, he's a shih tzu. His daddy's tough, he does jujitsu. You won't believe it, I heard a rumour. I have a tumour, he ate a Satsuma. My camera, it has a zoomer. It can video a moving Puma. It can video a moving Puma. Zoomer, Puma, nice Satsuma. Zoomer, Puma, nice Satsuma. Isn't it a shame I have a tumour? Isn't it a shame I have a tumour? Luther, Hoover, Roomer, Puma. Luther, Hoover, Roomer, Puma. Puma, Soother, Boomer, Zoomer. Hoover, Puma, nice Satsuma.